Hey, what's up guys? We're about to dive into the 10 muscle building mistakes that could be keeping you weak no matter how much you hit the gym. It's time to stop making these rookie errors and start making some serious gains. If you're stuck and wondering why you're not seeing the results you want, one of these mistakes might be the culprit. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with a big one. Not training to failure. I know some of you out there are taking it easy, thinking you're doing enough reps, but you're not even close to pushing your limits. Here's the thing, all right? If you're stopping just a few reps short of failure, you're basically wasting your time. Your muscles won't be challenged enough to grow. When you don't go to failure, you're leaving muscle growth on the table. And it's not about ego lifting either. It's about really pushing your body and forcing those muscle fibers to tear so that they can grow back stronger. Try to hit failure on your sets, even if you gotta drop the weight or use a spotter. Make it hard, no pain, no gain, right? Next up, let's talk about training too often. This is a big mistake that many beginners and even some seasoned lifters make. They think that working out every day will get them bigger, faster. Spoiler alert, it won't. Your muscles grow when you're resting, not when you're training. So overtraining just leads to burnout, exhaustion, and even injuries. So you need adequate recovery time. A lot of people try to hit every muscle group multiple times a week, but they're neglecting the fact that the muscles need the time to repair and grow. Aim for at least 48 hours of recovery before working the same muscle group again, and listen to your body, it knows what's best. If you're not progressively overloading, you're basically stuck. Progressive overload is the cornerstone of muscle growth. What does it mean? Well, it's simple. You need to gradually increase the weight, the reps, or intensity of your workouts to keep challenging your muscles. If you're lifting the same weight every week, you're not going to see improvements. That's just how it is. Your body adapts, and when it does, it stops growing. Keep adding weight, keep adding reps, and keep making things harder as you go. Challenge yourself. Now let's talk about poor form. Yes, you know that guy at the gym who is swinging the weights around like he's fighting a bear off? Don't be that guy, alright? Poor form doesn't just limit muscle growth, it's a fast track to injury town. You might be lifting heavy, but you're not targeting the muscles you need to. And when you use bad form, you're cheating your workout. Do yourself a favor and focus on proper technique. Your muscles will grow faster and safer when you perform exercises correctly. Plus, your joints and tendons will thank you in the long run. Always prioritize form over weight. Alright, so here's the deal. Not following a program is like trying to navigate a road without a map. You're lost. Alright, a lot of guys walk into the gym with no clear plan, just randomly choosing exercises. But if you don't have a program, how do you know if you're progressing or hitting all the muscle groups effectively? So create a solid program or follow one that suits your goals. Whether it's a full body workout or a split routine, having a plan will ensure that you stay consistent, track progress, and target every muscle group properly. Alright, so listen closely because I'm about to drop some truth. You won't build muscle if you're not eating enough. Many of you are lifting heavy, sweating buckets, and pushing your limits, but if you're not fueling your body right, that muscle growth just won't happen. Your body needs the right nutrients to recover and grow. So how much do you need? Well, start with a simple guideline. Aim for about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And make sure you're eating in a calorie surplus. Don't skimp on the carbs and fats either. Your muscles need that fuel. You wouldn't run a car on empty, right? So don't try to build muscle on an empty tank. Alright, and let me guess. You're probably staying up late, binging Netflix, and then trying to get up at 5 a.m. for the gym, right? Well, that's a recipe for disaster. Not sleeping enough is one of the biggest muscle building mistakes that you can make. Sleep is when your body repairs itself and builds muscle. You can't expect to lift like a beast and look like one if you're running on fumes. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. It's not a suggestion, it's a requirement. So get your rest and your muscles will thank you. Your body is like a sponge, and when you're dehydrated, it can't function properly, let alone grow any muscle. Not drinking enough water is another mistake a lot of people make. Water helps transport nutrients to your muscles, it aids in digestion, and it helps with recovery. You should aim to drink half your body weight in ounces of water each day. So let's say if you weigh 180 pounds, you need to be drinking at least 90 ounces of water daily. It's that simple. If you're not hydrating, your muscles won't perform at their best, and that's when you'll start running into problems. Alright, and this is a big one. Working out too quickly. I get it, you're in a rush, you want to get in and out, but let me tell you, speed is not your friend when it comes to building muscle. When you rush through your sets, you're cutting corners. You're not giving the muscles enough time to fully engage. And don't get me started on the I'm in a hurry excuse, cause take a breath, slow down, and focus on quality over speed. Control your movements. Pauses at the top. Squeeze those muscles and don't rush through your sets. Slow and steady wins the race here. Alright, and stretching might be the last thing on your mind when you're in beast mode at the gym. But it is super important for building muscle. Not stretching can lead to tight muscles, poor mobility, and injury down the road. Stretching can help improve blood flow, aids in recovery, and increases flexibility. Plus, it just feels good. Take the extra time after your workout to stretch and foam roll. You'll recover faster and be able to hit those heavy lifts harder next time. Alright, well there you have it. The 10 muscle building mistakes keeping you weak. Fix these and you'll be well on your way to looking and feeling stronger than ever. But hey, don't get too caught up in all the advice. If you don't know what you're doing, it's like trying to build a house without knowing which tools are what. So go out there, hit the gym, and don't make these mistakes. And remember, the guy who skips leg day is still the guy who skips leg day.